Hello guys, welcome back to mathematics class with me, Ma'am Ruth. So for today, we will learn again about trigonometric function. And now already the third part. So let's check what we will learn today. We will observe the graph of sine, cosine, and tangent. And then we will define the period, axis of the curve, and the amplitude of each functions. So now let's start from this unit circle. As you can see here, we have a triangle A, B prime, and C, which angle is 37.6 degree. The B prime C showing you the height of our position in the unit circle. So you can see the 2 points there on the pink color. I later will plot each of the changes of angle against the height or the sine value, which is the height divided by the radius. So let's see what kind of graph that we can have. We will see this kind of graph starting with 0 degree, 0, and then I go up and up until I reach the maximum at 90 degree. And then now my curve is going down again symmetrically, and I reach the position of 0 again at the pi radian or 180 degree. Now my curve goes negative from 180 degree up to 360 degree, or it's said to be in the third and in the fourth quadrant. And this is the minimum point, the -1, happening at 270 degree, and then I go up again. If we see it here, now it is already a complete pattern, since now the point is repeating itself and having the same pattern forever. So now, for plotting the graph of cosine, then we will have the x-axis as the angle and the y-axis as the distance of a point C from the center point A. So this is the example of how far C is from the center point in the y-axis. So you can see that the tracing will goes like this. It is starting from 0 degree, 1, and then achieve the minimum 180, -1, and then go up again in 360 degree, 1, and it repeated itself again and again. And we can see it here that if the radius is getting bigger or smaller, the function will not be changed, since it is the ratio of the distance compared to the radius. Now let's observe the graph. We will start with the graph of sine. Here, as you can see from the unit circle, our plotting height versus alpha, or the angle, will produce this kind of graph, which is said to be sinusoidal wave. So we can see from 0 to 180 degree, it has a hill, which showing us that the sine value is positive at that area, and a valley from 180 to 360 degree, that showing us that in this section sine is negative. And let's see, from the graph we can observe the following. The maximum point is 90 degree, 1 at this point. The minimum point, we can see it between 240 and 300, it is 270 degree, -1. So from the minimum to maximum point, it has the range of the least, -1, and the largest value, which is 1. The amplitude is 1. So what is the amplitude? You can see here that we have the axis of the curve, which is y equals 0, or the x-axis. From the axis of the curve, it goes up 1 unit to the maximum point. That is said to be the amplitude. Or you can divide the range of minimum to maximum by 2. So you got 1. What is the period? Here you can see that the period is 360 degrees. So please later define what is the period. Yes, you can see that the period is one wave of sine x. After this 360 degree, the point will repeat itself until forever. So, let's go next to the graph of cos. So this is the graph of cosine. Actually, this graph is obtained by pulling the sine graph 90 degrees to the left. And now you can see that in this area, which is quadrant 1 and quadrant 4, cos value is positive, and between 90 degree to 270 degree at this point, it has a negative value. So the graph of cos will look like a smiling face. And we will observe that this graph of cos will has a maximum point at these 2 points 0, 1 and 360 degree, 1. The minimum point is this at the middle, which is 183, minus 1. The amplitude is the same with sine. Since the axis of the curve is also y equals 0, you can see that this far in this distance, this is the amplitude and it's 1. Period, this is also the same with sine. After 360 degree, it will repeat itself. And for the axis of the curve, it is the x-axis or the y equal 0. For the graph of tangent, you can try it at any graphing calculator and type, and you can see this kind of graph. This is a little bit unique since we can see it starts from 0 at 0 degree and goes to infinity, because the sine over cos for x equals 90 degree will be infinity or undefined. So it has this line at x equals 90 degree, which is called the asymptote of the curve. And also it repeats again here at 270 degree, which also having an asymptote. Then you can see the graph of tangent is a bit different. If we want to find out what is the maximum point, it has no maximum points since it goes to infinity. And also, it has no minimum points since it is also goes to minus infinity. The period, different with sine and cos, it will be 180 degree. You can see this is the starting point and it repeats itself in 180 degree here. You can see in 360 degree you have two common patterns starting from this point. And for the asymptote, what I say to be the asymptote line is these two lines, which is at theta equals 90 degree and 270 degree. And it has the axis of the curve, which is the same at y equals 0. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching this video until the end. We will discuss it again a bit detailed in our meetings, and don't forget to fill in your given worksheet with the given information in this video. Stay healthy guys, and see you again. Bye bye.